Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Better Than Yesterday podcast. This is episode 28, and this is Jayla and Baby. And today I just wanted to first give a huge thanks and shout out to my Uncle Weeza for getting me this amazing new podcast equipment. That is why I sound so much more different and why you see me with all this equipment if you're watching from YouTube. So, yes, big thank you. Love you so much. I am so grateful and so blessed. And yeah, so that is why I sound just extremely better. So, thank you. Today, we're going to be talking about the people in your life and their effects on your life. So, today's episode is called Here's the Thing About the People in Your Life. Now, who you surround yourself with is very important, right? The top 5 closest people to you, which we've talked about in previous episodes, are a reflection of who you are as a person. So, knowing that, you really need to keep your circle very good, right? If you have people in your inner circle who constantly complain, who constantly drag you down, who constantly peer pressure you, who constantly cry, or whatever it may be, or just don't ever follow through, you will start to embody these habits, these characteristics, the way in which they speak, and you do not want people who are negatively impacting you around you and in your top 5. Your top 5 people closest to you are crucial. Now, it's very important to remember, though, that not everybody's going to be 100% all of the time, right? That's very normal to have days where we're just down and we want to cry and we're just not happy. But I'm talking about people who are constantly unhappy, constantly letting plans go, constantly just not being there, not showing up for you, lying, doing things that aren't helping you, them, or anybody around them. You do not want to surround yourself by those people because you want to be around people who uplift you, push you to be the best, and are proud of you. And that's that. You are who you hang out with. And it is as simple as that. If you don't know exactly who it is that you're hanging around, and you want to know more about them as a person without asking them, ask to hang with their friends, their closest friends, their best friends, right? When you go see who their best friends are and you hang out with them and you're around them and in that circle, you will see who they are as a person. Now, this is good or bad, but it reflects on them. Now, I'm not saying they're a copy and paste of their best friend, right? I would say my closest friends, we have the same lingo. The way we speak is very similar, but we're different. We like to make jokes about how we have the same lingo and we talk the same, but it's like we are similar, but we all are like a different filter and dimension of each other. Like I'm more much and Shay's more chill, and it's really funny to see how that plays out. But it is very true. The people you hang out with are a reflection of who you are. Now, but it is important to realize the people you have in your life are not going to be A1 all of the time. Now, this is not to make excuses for people who constantly lie to you and screw things up and backstab you, but they're not going to be A1 all of the time. They're not. But it's important to see how they react when they realize that they did you wrong or did you dirty, and they're able to take accountability for their actions and speak on their wrongs, because then you can see, okay, I see how this person is taking full accountability for how they treated me, and they're saying sorry, and I won't forget it, but I can forgive it, right? Don't forget that it happened, but forgive it and move along, because nobody is perfect at life. You want your top 5 to be solid, great people, but solid, great people also make mistakes. They do. They make a lot of mistakes, and that is okay. As long as you're taking accountability and you're aware and you're learning from it and you're growing to be better and push yourself to be better every day. The best, strongest people in the world still make mistakes, still do wrong things. One quote that I really like, and it really spoke volumes to me and resonated with me, was that bad people can make good choices, but good people can make bad decisions or wrong mistakes. And that really hit, people are going to make mistakes and people are going to mess up, but it's all about how they bounce back and how they approach the situation, right? You can have people in your life who are simply amazing and have been there for you, and they may really mess up. They may really mess up. But if they're able to respect you and love and care for you enough to acknowledge that they messed up and say sorry, I would suggest moving along, especially if it hasn't happened before or hasn't been a big thing before, no matter how big the situation, because this is all of our first time at life, all of us. So we're all learning. When you're a mom for the first time, it's your first time being a mom. So when you have a kid from 1 year old, 0 to 18 to 21, the way you raise them isn't going to be perfect, right? Because it's your first time. It's your first time at being a mom. It's your first time at seeing how to discipline them and talk to them about something wrong that they did. It's your first time at having all your personal stresses going on, having to deal with your child's stresses going on, and talk in a calm manner to get this solution to this problem. And we're not going to be A1. We're not going to be A1 friends. We're not going to be A1 parents. And we're not going to be A1 spouses or girlfriends or boyfriends, right? Because it's all of our first time at life. That's why it's so important to just acknowledge the mistakes you make and be able to comfortably talk about it out loud, about what you did and what went wrong and how you're going to be better and grow from it. Because that's the whole point of life, is being able to grow, learn, and continue on with it. It's huge. And don't be so hard on yourself. You're not going to have to be perfect all the time. And stop trying to act like you are, because you're not. Nobody knows everything. Nobody will know everything. I could sit here and do self-growth every day, and I'm never going to know everything. But I can take a good perspective on what the information I've learned and apply it to my life and the people around me and share my knowledge to you to help you grow and be better. And you can take that knowledge that I'm giving you and interpret it in any way you may like that resonates with you in your life, right? So just make sure that the mistakes that you make and the mistakes that the people around you make, they're able to fully, and you're able to fully take accountability and talk through it and see where you went wrong and apologize. Say what went wrong, what happened. Because people will always appreciate the fact that you can, instead of always being defensive and defending yourself on the issue that happened, being like, you know what? I thought about it. I don't know what I was thinking. And I messed up. I messed up and I am very sorry. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to be better from this. This taught me a valuable lesson. People will much rather hear that you, instead of making all these excuses as to why that wasn't what it was, they'd rather you just say the truth. I don't know what I was thinking. I know I would. I would forgive someone like that if they were just straight up with me, telling me, and they have. People in my life have messed up. They've really messed up. And they will sit and tell me, I am sorry, Jayla. I messed up. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm going to grow and I'm going to learn from this. And I will much rather be there for you because I know you respect me and care for me and love me enough to be honest and vulnerable with me at a weak point where there's tension between us. And that's very huge for my inner circle. Being able to have that respect, trust, and love to be able to full on say that. It's hard, but it's important. It's very important. You want to surround yourself with people who are proud of you. They don't have to be the most successful, the most perfect, the most fit, the most beautiful. Everyone's beautiful, but I'm putting it out there. The most whatever. As long as they're there for you, and people can't be there for you all the time. It's hard when life catches up, but when they're there, when you communicate you need them, that's huge, right? Because life is hard to keep up with, right? So time management is something that if they always think you're okay, then communicate with them. Hey, I'm not okay. Is there any way we can meet up? Communication goes both ways. So for you to say that they never reached out, they never this, have you? Are they okay? Have you thought maybe they're not reaching out because they're not okay? Because just like we've talked about, you cannot be there for someone if you cannot be there for yourself. And the one thing you can do if you're struggling is at least say, hey, I know you're going through a hard time. If you know your friend's going through a hard time or a loved one, tell them, hey, I know you're going through a hard time. I am too. And just let me know if you want to meet up or if you need anything. I'm struggling right now. Just them knowing, okay, they're going through a hard time too. That's why they're not there for me right now. Because it's going to happen. We're going to run into times where we're both struggling with the people around us. We can't be there for each other, but just communicating with the people in your life that you love, that you're going through a hard time as well, is huge. So now they know. They know you're not just MIA. All right. But overall, you guys, surround yourself with good people. Good people. People who are caring and kind and want the best for you and loving and just overall laughing and warm-hearted people. You want that in your life. You want that love and that support. So I hope this helped you in whatever way it may. If you loved this episode, please leave a rating and review and share it with a friend, family, or loved one, because if this helped you, I know it can help other people. So as always, remember to be 1% better than you were yesterday. Have a great day. Thank you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.